Right, Saturday, December 14th, and I'm here at Ducati Newport Beach to pick up the new 2025 Ducati V4S. Let's go inside and check it out. All right, here it is, 2025. Actually got quite a few of them in here. So this one here is mine, so get it home and load it up. All right, everyone, welcome back to Brews and Braps. Today we have this, the 2025 Ducati Panigale V4S. Got this bike about a week ago, but just brought it home today. I know some of you guys have seen a few floating around online already. This is not the first, but one of the first in Southern California. I think my good friends over at Ducati Newport Beach, where I got this bike from, already sold a couple of them, but I think Ducati's technically having their official launch of the bike today, or unveiling at many dealerships across the country. But yeah, I got this thing, like I said, about a week ago. Just brought it home today, and unfortunately not in a position to ride it, given a broken bone in my hand from a little incident I had at the track in my 450 Supermoto. I may post that video. Not a very exciting crash, to be honest, just something kind of silly that was just enough to mess me up. But all that said, I've yet to ride this bike given the hand injury, but thought I'd pull it next to my 2024 V4R. Just, you know, obviously a lot of changes in 2025. I think some good, maybe some not so good. Well, depends on who you ask. Personally, I think all the changes are pretty good and for the better. I'm still undecided which one I think looks better. You know, I think that's obviously subjective and personal opinion. But man, it's like seeing the bikes side by side, sitting on them side by side, and just getting used to like everything on them. It really is a pretty big difference between the 24 and the 2025. My V4R, I'm still getting some early break-in miles done on this bike, so it's still somewhat in street trim, but this is really my track-only bike. So from the mirrors, little Rizoma signals, and then the Acura exhaust. I am getting the full Acura exhaust for this bike as well. Should be in, I think they said about a week and a half. But this is my second V4R. Had 2023 that I did quite a few track days on, and just ran into someone who wanted to buy it at a really good price, so sold it, picked up a 2024. So I'm very familiar with this platform. Again, have multiple track days under my belt on it, but this one I'm still breaking in, and obviously we'll have to do the same on this one. So yeah, I don't know, like, look, there's been a lot of videos, like I said, on this bike already on the 2025. I think if you guys are watching this video, you probably know most of the changes by now, so I don't think I need to walk through all those in super big detail. Obviously, biggest change probably being the swing arm, the single-sided on the V4R and the double-sided now on this bike. Haven't had a chance to ride it yet, like I said, unfortunately, but I think, I would imagine this would be the biggest difference in terms of riding the bike and how it feels and what I'm going to notice once I do get out on it. But overall, man, like the 25 is just such a nice package. You know, sitting on it, the bike feels a lot smaller. Not that the R feels big, but like this just feels much more compact on the 2025, and that could be because the tank. I think overall the bikes seem like about the same width. I don't know, like the R might feel a little bit wider, but again, that could just be the tank. But yeah, you know, again, just like early initial impressions, 2025 feels very light, feels very compact. One interesting thing to note for those who are, so one disappointment, the Euro spec bikes, the non-US bikes, have the turn signals integrated to the headlight. I love that. I thought that'd be a great option to bring to the States. As you can see, not the case. These mirrors have the turn signals built in. So what I'm going to do, I have a spare set of these Rizoma mounts that I found out if you actually just run a spacer, like they don't fit perfectly here. they actually come into contact with the front fairing. So what I'm going to do is get a little longer bolt, get a spacer, space this out probably about, looks like maybe about a 1/4 inch, and that should work pretty good. So I'm going to do that tomorrow and then wire these up and get rid of these mirrors because I don't like them. You know, I think it's interesting how they mount. Makes it super easy here to remove them and put them back on if you're going between street and track, whatever. But I just think the bike will look so much cleaner without them. We'll get these guys mounted up. I got the turn signals over there too. So we'll do that tomorrow. Obviously a tail tidy once there's a good one on the market. I know Evotech has one. I don't love it. I'd like to get a full chrome like I have on here. This bike is going to be mostly a track bike too. Like 98% of its life will be on the track, but you know, you may do the street day here and there occasionally. So I will get, you know, just a clean tail tidy. I did order the block off plate already. Did some little, nothing crazy, just pitbull bobbins for the rear swing arm. I gotta say, guys, like honestly, you know, this dual-sided swing arm is meant to improve the performance of the bike. I don't think anybody can argue the single-sided swing arm is pretty badass, right? And it's been a feature of Ducati's for years, you know, but Ducati has had other bikes like the Desmo Sedici, very awesome MotoGP-inspired bike that had a double-sided swing arm. So again, I haven't tried it, so I can't say just yet, but I do think this will be a performance improvement. But from a visual standpoint, no, it's not single-sided, but it is actually really nicely done. Like, these chain adjusters are super sweet. This is actually hollow on the other side. You can't really feel it as much here, but it's hollowed out on the other side. And honestly, like, I think it looks pretty good. And I've never minded a dual-sided swing arm. I do think I prefer a single, just from an appearance perspective. But these bikes are made for performance, right? Like, no offense to you guys out there who don't ride these bikes on track, but why buy a Panigale V4S or V4R if you're gonna go do highway pulls or cruise around on the street? Like, if that's your thing, fine, but that's not the intent of these bikes. These bikes are meant to be the quickest thing around the track, produce the quickest lap times, and if that's the focus, which it is with these bikes, I don't see why anybody would have a problem with a design that makes the bike more capable. And if that means it looks a little worse, which again is subjective, some people like it, some people don't, give me whatever performs the best. That's my opinion, but that's why I buy these bikes, because I think they are the best performing bikes on the market. I'm not biased to Ducati, I just think they make hands down the best performing bikes of all the ones I've ridden, which has been a lot. So anyways, enough of the rant. So what's new? Obviously the front end. So again, subjective, controversial. Some people love it, some people don't. Do I think this looks better? Yeah, probably. I do like, so I almost got these in carbon. It's a $1,000 option, which seems pricey. But I think I like them better in red. I'm a little undecided. If I do this in carbon, it's a lot like my V4R. It's a good thing and a bad thing. I kind of like the bikes to look a little bit different. So we'll see if I change those out, but the red is kind of looking pretty good. And look, I'm in pretty bad garage lighting right now. This bike actually like looks really good in the sunlight. The red really pops. It's a lot of red, you know, like I love on the V4R. Obviously the livery breaks it up a little bit. You got the silver tank and the red and black and white and kind of like purples, but I think both are very, very good looking bikes, honestly. I do like the new headlights. I think that's a really nice design, very integrated. The whole bike just seems very aero. And again, like, not that the R is not, but just the whole design of the cutout, what I think is really cool, which I'm sure they did for aerodynamics, is just like how flush all this is, right? Like, I'm really into road cycling too, where, you know, aerodynamics are debatable, even more important than weight savings. And I think just little touches to make a bike more aero just really improves functionality. Probably marginal gains, right? I mean, you're gonna have a foot and a boot on here that's gonna break up the wind anyways, but I don't know. I think like little designs like that is pretty cool. Tail section's also very unique and different from the old bike. Obviously I have the stock, you know, tail on here. Tail tidy will clean that up a lot. I wish I would have done like a little more branding. I think like either Ducati or the Italian flag or something would be kind of cool. You know, you have some branding on the tank. Of course, you have Ducati up front. Panigale V4S here on the side, and then they did do like a little Italian flag here. But I think like this bike looks really good in the all red, but I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a graphic or just like a, you know, more interesting paint scheme. But obviously there's the Tri-Crollet, there's the V4R that'll be coming out, so they'll do that over time. So, you know, again, personal preference. But I'll say, sitting on the two bikes side by side, like I kind of touched on earlier, this bike feels a lot smaller. Feels, you know, like you really can kind of suck into the tank. It feels very supportive. What I think is kind of cool is the new key. That's kind of an interesting surprise. It looks a little bit more premium than, say, the key on the V4R. That's just like, you know, V4R price point. This key's the same as the key to my 698 Moto, which is a lot lower price point. So I don't know, it feels a little more premium on the new bike. Small thing, but something I kind of appreciate. And then obviously this is the old dash, right? So the one we've all been used to for many years. I like the new one. Very big, very legible, easy to read. I have not even touched the surface of functionality yet on this, but it is a lot more adjustable than what was on my V4R, or is on the V4R, I should say. So, you know, you have all your modes that you can choose and select through between the various ones: Sport, Race B, Race A. There's a wet setup. There's a road setup. You know, I think, and then you can individually adjust your active dynamics and power modes, slide control, wheelie control, braking, engine braking, ABS, quick shifter, traction, all of that you can change. But I really do like the new dash, and you could do that on the old one too, but it does seem like there's a bit more adjustability within the various modes on the new platform. You can, you know, show lean angle. Like, look, no, I don't know who's going to look at this shit while you're on the track. When I'm on the track, I'm not really going to be looking down at my dash to see how much throttle and brake input I'm giving and how many G's I'm pulling and how much power and torque the bike's making at respective like lean angles. But it's cool. It's kind of a novelty. I'm sure some people would enjoy that. But I think I'm just really excited to see how this tech of, you know, the upgraded electronics on this 2025 really feel when you're on the bike and, you know, having some fun on the track. I think that'll be very interesting to see. So big difference for sure there. Yeah, I don't know what else, guys. I mean, look, happy to answer any questions you have. Again, it's very early. Oh, the taillight design, I like it. At first I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know, it's a bit goofy, but it reminds me of kind of I feel like on these newer bikes, you're seeing more of the Ducati, like Audi partnership branding coming into play. Like, truly, I think, I'm a car guy too, got a little M3 here, but what I've noticed is it feels like some of the, even the styling and just like the layout from the Volkswagen Audi group, you know, Lamborghini-ish design elements are kind of making their way over to these bikes now. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think in this case, like this here to me, for some reason, I mean, maybe you guys disagree if you're a car guy too, or girl, but this is very like Lamborghini Huracan kind of looking to me. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like there's some design elements kind of transferring over from, again, the VAG ownership here in Ducati now. But obviously both amazing machines. Can't go wrong with either one. I'd say if you're looking to buy a new bike, if you find a leftover 2024, I don't know. Unless it's an R, I probably wouldn't do it. I'd get the new one, right? Best tech, latest, latest of everything. Obviously a brand new bike. Again, I like the styling. That's subjective. Some of you people won't. I do. But I like them both. And I think the old, 2024 is still maybe a bit better looking. But that doesn't mean the 2025 is bad looking. They're just different. So I do think it makes the 2024 version look a little bit dated. This just looks more modern to me. The 25 does. But yeah, anyways, that's just a quick first walk around. Just thought I'd give you guys a chance to see the bikes kind of side by side. Because I think it's interesting just to, again, look at them, you know, right here next to each other in the garage and kind of get a sense of feeling and how different they truly are. But I do like the new seat a lot too. This is really nice. Feels very wide and supportive. The R seat's fine too, but I do like this new seat a lot. So anyways, once I'm healed up here, should be about another couple weeks before my hand is functional enough to get out there and ride these things. I got a couple track days planned. If any of you are local to Southern California, let me know. I'm going to be out at the Chuckwalla Ducati Rev event on the 13th. I'm not sure which bike I'm going to take. They both need to be broken in. So this has 128 miles on it. This has 3 miles on it. So slight head start on the V4R, but once my hand's healed up, I'm going to have to put some miles on these things to get them broken in and then choose which one to take to the track, or maybe take both if I have time to get them both broken in. But yeah, let me know if you're going to be out there. If you're in Southern California, it's always a good time at Chuckwalla. So that's it. I'll stop rambling. That's my quick overview of the 2025 and some, you know, notable changes versus the 24. And let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see just down in the comments, and happy to make some more content for y'all. That's it. Thanks.